And welcome to another episode of Experts Speak. I'm Michael Delon, and today I am talking with Artem Semjanow. And well, first of all, Artem, thank you for being my guest today.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you.
You are welcome.
Thank you.
I'm so glad you're here because Artem has created this technology, this company that is really super cool. It's going to save lots of us time and effort and money, and he's modernizing medicine through an app on your phone to save you from like really traveling to the doctor's office and waiting in the waiting rooms and all of that stuff. So I'm going to kind of be quiet. I'm going to let him talk about more of this, but we're going to dive into this because this is really cool. Tell me, Artem, how in the world did you get doing what you're doing today?
Yeah, well, it's a pretty common story. A lot of founders are doing something in the healthcare, has their own personal health issue that they want to kind of fix for themselves and then for the whole world. So I'm not the exception here. It's pretty much the same story. For me, it started like 10 years ago when I moved for my university studies to London. And as you know, in London, you don't drive cars too much. You just walk everywhere and use the tube. And so I started to walk like a lot, like an hour per day, 2 hours per day, and more. And I started to have some pain in my foot and knees. At first, I thought that it's not a big deal, but it became like stronger and stronger and stronger. So at some point, I didn't even had, like the opportunity to run or to walk more than 10 minutes. And it was a long journey, like how I tried to get it fixed. I get to the doctors, like get second doctor opinion, get seventh doctor opinion, or different custom orthotics, physical therapy. It was a tedious and long process to like really conquer the chronic pain, because it's not something that you just took that you just take a magic pill and forget about it for the rest of your life. You have to build new habits, essentially, how to like deal with that efficiently. But more than time and expense, that I just accepted that it's part of my life, and it started to take a mental toll on me. I just like say like, hey, I'm like 22 years old, but I can do a lot of stuff that I
That's
can.
right.
Yeah, which is strange, was bizarre for me, and that's why I wanted like, hey, what if there is a better way? And at some like at the same time, I got like another thing going on in my life, essentially. So like after the university, I started my career as a machine learning and computer vision AI engineer. So I was like one of the initial team members of the company called Prisma Labs. So we did a couple of pretty famous apps called Prisma and Lenza, 150 million downloads worldwide, profitable company. So initially I started as a chief AI engineer at the company, went from like zero team to like 30 engineers that I hired by myself, then I got promoted by CEO. I became a CEO of the company. And we went from zero revenues to profitability. At some point, we sold the company to investors. So investors acquired a major share of the company. I exited, and I was wondering what should I do, what kind of next project I should take, and I decided that I remembered my whole story of how I tried to fix my foot pain, and I decided to dig even more deeper there. I also like it's also worth mentioning that I have 3 doctors in my family, so I always wanted to do something healthcare and computer vision stuff, how I can interlink these 2 topics in my life. And that's why we started with Nitsi. Initially, we were thinking like if we can make an app that helps people to find better fitting shoes, because I thought if we can find better fitting shoes, it solves your problem. Because some shoes you just wear them and you don't have any pain. Some shoes you have some pain when you walk around. So this whole project started as how we can find better fitting shoes for like running, for just casual walking around the city. And then it kind of transformed in the way that we found that we can track different health issues. We can see if you have flat foot, bunions, high arches, overpronation, and many other stuff. And we could help doctors to monitor patients remotely. Essentially, doctors could see the patient without see the patient in person. So we could use the phone cameras to relay the data to doctors, get people diagnosed remotely by doctors, help like get some help remotely, get some shoe recommendations, custom orthotics, physical therapy, and so on. Yep. So this is like long story short.
That's crazy. All right. So I love the fact that you're creating this company, the concept and everything, the technology out of your own experience. I love that. And the thing that I'm trying to get my head around. So what you have created is an app that goes on your phone. So if I have foot pain, which I do, I could, with my doctor, I could use your app, scan my foot, send it to the doctor. The doctor is going to look at it, diagnose it, start prescribing a medical process or procedure or whatever. So I'm not having to take time off work to go to his office, to sit there, to do all of that. And if I don't like what he says, I go to a different doctor and do the same thing.
Yeah,
So,
correct. And it's just faster and cheaper, essentially. Yeah.
okay, so it's kind of like so with our medical process and health insurance, we have a telehealth thing that we can call them, and they can Zoom with us or whatever, and they can diagnose, and so we don't have to go to the ER or whatever. Similar in concept, but now you are bringing it down to, and help me understand, foot pain and spine issues, spine pain. So instead of going into a chiropractor or a spinal doctor, we could do the same thing using my phone. Am I on track?
Yeah, that's perfectly correct. And as you rightly said, so we built already a product for foot and ankle pain, for foot shape, and we right now have a beta version for spine that you can also check out on our website. So like you can take a couple of pictures of your spine essentially, and this creates a 3D model in your phone, gets sent it to the doctor. Doctors can analyze that, see if you have scoliosis, lordosis. But the main thing here is that orthopedic surgeons, podiatrists, chiropractors, physical therapists, they have trouble to understand what's wrong with you over the Zoom call. Because, for example, right now on this podcast, we have a Zoom call, right? And I'm going to tell you, hey, I have some back pain. And you're like, and you're an orthopedic surgeon right here, right now on this call. You're like, exactly, where your pain is located exactly, and what kind of movements cause this pain. This is one of the first questions you always get asked. And I'm like, yeah, it's right here. Can you see it? It's here.
Yeah.
Can you see the location of my pain?
Yeah.
Well, not really. I mean, like if I had pain in my neck, it's pretty easy, right? Because on the Zoom calls, what you see, you just see at the face of the person and the shoulders. But if we're talking about foot pain, knee pain, spine pain, you get to understand what is the deformity of the spine or the foot deformities, what is the exact location of the pain and what movements cause this pain. So all of that very important for doctors to understand what's wrong and to prescribe physical therapy, custom orthotics, other things, and most importantly, do reassessments each month because it's a journey. So you're doing like one physical therapy exercise for a month, then you have to readjust the program a little bit to still make it efficient.
Yeah.
So it's not just a one-time interaction with the doctor, but reassessments every month.
Right. Which is really where the true healing normally comes, is in it's not that first meeting or second, it's a few months down the road there. And that's where a lot of patients bail because we don't want to go to the doctor. We don't want to take time off. But this way it's okay. I'm making this up now. 15 minutes on my phone at home, I can work with the doctor. I can make sure that I'm moving in the right direction, getting the healing for my body that I really, really need. Is that about right?
Yeah, exactly. And as you rightly said, it's sometimes when you have really strong pain, you actually just get in the car, get into the doctor's office, pay for a visit, and get like some recommendations. But then when it's kind of chronic, and you already seen this doctor a couple of times, you kind of get like, well, I don't know, like I don't want to go. You don't want to like spend the time and money, but you still have pain. And the doctor could still help you with adjusting the program and reassessing you. And that's exactly where our app, like hopefully, is the most convenient.
Right.
So we could help this ongoing remote patient monitoring for musculoskeletal care.
Absolutely. Yeah. I love that because I can also see how this could actually help reduce healthcare costs because people aren't going to the doctor for, my ankle hurts and the doctor looks at it and says, it, it's nothing. Here, let's do this. You could diagnose that probably over the phone pretty quickly going, here's what you need to do, saving the office visit, saving the time off work, saving the insurance costs, saving them. The doctor's actually going to be able to see more patients over time, I think, and it's going to provide better health. How cool. So
Right.
you've been in London. My son and his wife are in London now on vacation.
All right.
How cool would it be if they're out walking around and they have foot pain or something because they're now walking much more, that they could use your app to remote back to their doctor in the United States and go, here's what's going on, and on vacation get a prescription or whatever they needed to go, here's how you need to fix it for your vacation so that you can actually enjoy your vacation instead of going through 2 weeks of going, my pain, I can't do, right?
Let's cancel everything. Yeah, like I have like, yeah,
Yeah. So
my
you're
feet
bringing
hurts. Yeah.
a greater ability to really enjoy life and do it in a way that, well, it's an app on my phone. And as long as my healthcare provider's in there, we can make progress. And wow, what a cool idea.
Yeah, and I can also show you some interesting the thing also. So one of the technologies that we using to make this foot and spine scans is using the camera in the iPhones that make your Face ID.
Right.
So for Android, it still works. It's a little bit have like more features, I would say, on the
Okay.
iPhone than on Android. It still works on Android, but iPhone it's kind of have like additional health issues that Android doesn't track. So you probably know that there is a Face ID camera here on all the modern iPhones, and this Face ID camera actually emits a structured infrared light that is not visible for your eye, but it's actually visible for your laptop's camera. So if I just take it here, just
Yeah.
activate the Face ID, you see this purple dot
Right.
in here, but you cannot see it with your face. And this is actually what makes the camera at the iPhone to see in 3D. And
Okay.
that's one of the cornerstones how we build it out. So essentially, we use the same technology that is used for Face ID camera, but we turn it into a tool for orthopedic surgeons.
That's great. That is so cool. I love that. I mean, there's a whole podcast right there. So if you're a business owner, as you're listening to this, think about marketing. What he just did is he took a technology that in a different world, really, and he translated, says, how could I use that in my company, in my business, to create a 3D model of the foot or the back or the spine so that he can propel it. Same thing in marketing. We need to be looking at other industries. What works over there? How can I translate it to mine and modify it so that it works for me? That's incredible.
Thank you. Thank you for your kind words.
Well, you're
Thank you.
welcome. It's
Thank
it's
you, Michael.
really it's really crazy. My next question is though, and this is going to be a $1 billion answer if you have it. Why do we keep
Wow.
calling this thing a phone? I mean, it
Mhm.
does so many other things than just. I mean, I don't know. We probably use it as a phone. What 1% of the time? You just created it to be a hospital in a sense, an X-ray machine. I carry an X-ray machine on in my pocket now, thanks to you. And it's really cool to help provide better health, lower cost, more joy in life because nobody likes pain. And
Yes.
this is a way
And
that you
and
can
it's hard
relieve.
to deal with that. It's like I mean, like some people are just stay on the painkiller pills, which is also not really a good option. Or some
Oh,
people just try to forget about the pain. Or some people just spend a lot of time and money to fix that. So it's always something with that.
it
Yeah.
is. It really is. And I think, I'm sitting here playing with the name of your company because I think this is a neat way to use technology. And their company
Yeah.
is neatsy.ai. So neatsy.ai. And it's really, it really is cool what you've created and how you've harnessed technology and leveraging that so that medical professionals can do what they're doing best, serve more patients, and help
Exactly.
patients enjoy a better, more full life, lower cost, faster results, faster service.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
all because I carry this thing in my phone and because God made you so brilliant. So
Yeah,
that,
thank you. Yeah, thank you. That's exactly. And I want to add that It doesn't all. It could help not just people in the United States. So we have a couple of hospital pilots right now going in the United States. We have a couple hospital pilots going in the European Union as well, because in European Union the problem is a little bit different than the United States. So it's less the question of the cost, because a lot of healthcare procedures are essentially free. Well, it's not free; it's already prepaid by your taxes, but people think they are free. But there is like a completely different problem, which is also very important. Sometimes you just have to wait for doctor appointments for like 1 month, 2 months,
Yeah.
3 months, 4 months. Wait for doctor appointment, because they always overload it so much that you just say like, hey, I cannot wait that much to get to the doctor, and you just leave with the pain. So it's
Right.
for it's different parts of the world, a little bit different healthcare systems, but a little bit different problems, but it's still the same idea that we could fix that and improve the healthcare system as a whole.
I love it. What a neat way to fix your
Thank,
health. I love it.
thank you.
Well, you're welcome. I'm so glad you came on today, Artem, because this is something that I think everybody needs to understand. We talked about a lot, and it's kind of like that. This is too cool to be true. How do people find out more about your company, your technology, all of that? Where do they go to find out more information?
I mean, it's pretty straightforward. As you already said, it's on our website, neatsy.ai, neatsy.ai, or you can go to Instagram account, also find us on Instagram, and there is like a link to download the app, or you can find us on App Store. So
Okay.
App Store, Instagram, or just the website.
Okay, excellent. Well, I'm going to capture the website and things and put them in the show notes, because a lot of people are driving as they're listening to this, but you're definitely going to want to check this out, download the app, make sure your service providers know, your healthcare professionals know about this, because it is definitely the wave of the future to be able to help us have better health using this technology we carry in our pockets, thanks to the app and the technology that Artem and his team have put together. So Artem, man, thank you for doing what you do. Thanks for being my guest today.
Thank you. Thank you. That's a wonderful conversation. And you're a wonderful host. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It has been fabulous. I love talking with people who are just on it and creating really cool technology that help us live better lives. So go check them out. Neatsy.ai. Artem, thank you so much for being my guest on Expert Speak.
Thank you.